Hello, today we're doing problem number 2 found on page 462 of your textbook. This is in lesson 7.4 of your geometry part 2 textbook. We're talking about a geometric mean, and a geometric mean is a number that two sides can both relate to, that they represent the same side of two similar triangles. And so we can use what's called a geometric mean, which is set up this way right here, as you can see right there. A is to x as x is to b. So it's saying that one side can relate to x as x relates to another side. And for the geometric mean to work, it's got to be in the bottom left of the first one and the top right of the second one. Now, to show you kind of how that works, what is the geometric mean between 6 and 15 in problem number 2 here? And you can see all they simply did here was they set 6 over x equal to x over 15. When you do, you're going to cross multiply, what's called cross products, but you're going to cross multiply, and x times x is where they got the x squared, and 6 times 15 is where they get the 90. Now, we don't want x squared, we want x, so we're going to take the square root of 90. Now, if you don't have a calculator that will do this, you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. You're going to have to say the square root of 90. Think of the biggest perfect square number that will go into 90, and that would be 9. So 9 times 10 is the same as 90. If I can get that pen to work correctly, it always gives me trouble. Well, the square root of 9, because remember both of these are under a big square root, the square root of 9 comes out as a 3. And the 10, which is not a perfect square, has to remain under. That's where they get this answer here, that x is 3 square roots of 10. That is called the geometric mean between those two numbers. Okay? So let's try the got it. What is the geometric mean between 4 and 18? Again, you would set it up as 4 is to x as x is to 18. This is just the way you find a geometric mean. We'll use this later in the chapter to help us with real geometry problems. Again, if I cross multiply, x times x is going to be x squared, and 4 times 18 ends up being 72. Now, we're going to take the square root, so x is going to end up being the square root of 72. Again, if you don't have a calculator that will put things in simplest radical form for you, then think of the biggest number. Now, I know 9 will go into 72, but that is not the largest perfect square number. The largest perfect square number that will go into this is 36. And you kind of have to think a little bit before you jump in. If not, you may have to do a couple of steps to get simplest radical form. If you pick the biggest one first, you can save yourself some time. Anyway, the square root of 36, remember both of these are under a square root. The square root of 36 is 6, but 2, which is not a perfect square, has to remain under the radical. So the answer is x equals 6 radical 2. Hope this helps on how to find a geometric mean.